Nickolas Wildstar.
Yes, sir.
I thought you said something different on the phone. Nickolas Wildstar.
The one and only.
Is that far enough for you?
Yeah.
So a little more. All right, and then just remember to talk right into it.
Yes, sir.
And then don't bang on the...
Yeah, for sure.
Damn you, Guillermo. the reverb.
That damn Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, right? I think we could stretch it to, let me see, 10 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, let's do 10 minutes.
Perfect.
All right, ready to rock and roll?
That's all I need.
All right, here we go. Oh, you can hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Gavin Newsom is hopefully on his way out. Don't listen to the polls. Everyone still hates him. Nobody likes him. He hasn't had a good governorship at all. This guy wants to take him out. I met him a couple of years ago when he was running for Fresno mayor, and you and I were chatting about that a little while ago. But Nickolas Wildstar, it's good to see you. I only see you when you're a candidate. I never see the regular Wild. I saw you actually.
Right.
I saw you somewhere, and I said, I don't remember. You remember?
I was at the recall Newsom protest.
You were?
Fresno. Yeah, that's where I saw you.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. And I think Gary Brenenfeld was
there. Gary Brenenfeld. Yeah. No, that's true. I'm trying to remember where that was.
On stage, and I let people know.
Yes, I do remember.
Recall
City Hall, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I got a good memory. I think I got a good memory. All right.
You do a lot.
I do a lot. I do a lot. Hey, so let's get right into it. Gavin Newsom, not your favorite guy, not everyone's favorite guy. What do you? Why are you jumping in? Why are you jumping in, and why are you jumping in now?
Well, I actually had been calling for the removal of Newsom ever since he got in office. Remember, I ran against him in 2018. I was the Libertarian candidate for governor, so of course I didn't want him in. Just looking at what he did as mayor of San Francisco. And, being another lame duck politician under Jerry Brown as lieutenant governor, it was expected that he was going to lack in leadership skills when he assumed the governor's position. And, of course, he was being primed for that role thanks to the buddy, good old boys club.
Oh, yeah. So, hold on. So were you the official Libertarian candidate?
Yes, sir.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You were the official Libertarian candidate. Are you the official Libertarian candidate right now?
No, I was in 2018, but now I'm running as a Republican. So.
Oh! Well,
I'm running as a Ron Paul Republican.
I didn't know that. So you made the party switch. So
yes.
Well, I don't know if you got the memo. There's a lot of
Well, not a party switch. It's more so just like a voter registration switch. Since I'm not involved in a party, and the Republican Party really isn't pushing any candidate for this recall because it's every man for himself. So that's where I'm hoping to kind of fill the shoes to say, hey, I represent the California Republicans, which are the ones that are more so the fiscally responsible, socially
more so we should be, right? Socially,
exactly.
That's interesting because I think you have hit the hammer on the nail there. There are a certain amount of conservatives that you're right they're fiscally conservative, obviously, but I do know a lot of the conservatives that are pretty liberal on social issues. So that's the voter you want to reach.
Exactly. I think between those voters and what I have to offer that could appeal to Gavin Newsom supporters, I could bridge that gap and be the one that ends up getting the majority, because anybody that's pushing for a Trump Republican in California isn't going to win. And of course, the Democrats got it locked up on the left with Newsom. So who is going to be the one that, again, appeals to both sides of the aisle? That's me.
Nickolas Wildstar, he's running in the recall. So you've already done the signatures yourself. Well, actually, have you declared on the official? What do you got to do? You got to get signatures. You got to pay a fee to sign up for governor.
Exactly. Well, at this time, there's still a signature withdrawal period. That's actually about to come to an end. So any day now, the lieutenant governor will say, "Hey, we're going to have this special election," and in which case the race is on. So at which point, then I can file my declaration of candidacy. But in the meantime, I did file a notice of intention with the Secretary of State. So I am indeed a registered candidate for the recall.
You're registered, and you're the only candidate from Fresno, right?
Yes, sir.
Only candidate from Fresno. What?
So hopefully I get the Bulldogs behind me. Since I got a Bulldog in my spirit.
So what would you say to people that are like, okay, listen, man, you switched parties. You were a Libertarian, now you're Republican. You're going against some pretty, some pretty big candidates that are well funded. And I don't like to name candidates when there's another candidate right in front of me, but you know who the candidates are.
Of course.
This race is packed.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the big candidates and maybe your lack of name ID statewide? That's the first question. The second question, are you just worried that there's too many Republicans in the field? You guys are all going to split the vote?
Well, like I said, it's every man for himself, and really whatever candidate that gets the majority, since it is winning by a plurality,
that's true.
wins the race.
That's true.
So I, again, am stepping into the shoes to where I feel like I'm the one that has a true pulse on what the people of California want. I talk to the voters face to face, opposed to where the elitists, supposed front runners, they're assuming they know what we want. And those candidates, some of them ran in previous elections, spent millions of dollars and lost. It's going to happen again. And I don't need that.
I wonder who that is.
Right. And I don't need that amount of money to win this election. I need the people behind me. And I think that's where I have the advantage, since, again, I've been involved as a community activist for over a decade now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know me, just as you said, when you saw me out there at that recall contest, I was building that audience of supporters then.
So you say you know what the voters want. I know what I want as a voter. What do the voters tell you that they want in the next governor? What do they not like about Newsom? What do they want in you, in a candidate?
Overall, really, they just want somebody that's going to do what they say and, honor that. Because Gavin Newsom has proven that he's the type of person that says, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
So if I say, hey, I'm going to step in that role, I am going to only be accountable to the people of California, not these special interest groups, not Big Pharma, not any of these unions, and focus on the task at hand, which is, making sure that our money is being spent on the issues that we care most about. Right now, we supposedly have a surplus, but that's been found out to not be the supposed amount that Gavin Newsom said it was. So with a audit, which is what I'll be doing on day one, is making sure that we, the people, know where our money has been going this entire time during this pandemic. He has a winery that took over $4 million, I believe, in triple P loans that was supposed to go towards small businesses. And, between that and the EDD and everything else that's been going on, I'm pretty sure there's been a terrible mismanagement of our money, taxpayer funds.
So you just, in a dumb question, but you're campaigning all over the state, right? Because my worry is, people know you here, but they don't know you in down south, up north.
I did run for governor of California in 2018, and I was the Libertarian candidate.
So. How much did you pull?
I got almost 12,000 votes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a little bit more than that.
Of course.
Or maybe not with the plurality.
Right, exactly.
So why didn't you run as a Libertarian candidate? Because are there any Libertarian candidates run? Did you really just say, hey, listen, man, I'm a Republican now, or I'm just like, what?
Well, really, I got tired of the party politics.
At the Libertarian Party?
Every political party.
Oh, I know that. I'm not going to act like the Republican Party doesn't have it.
But in the Libertarian Party as well. But I feel like I can still be a man of the principles, which is, self-governance and live and let live. That's what the Libertarian principle is all about, the golden rule of life, which is what we all know and respect as individuals. It's just a matter of putting that into play when it comes to policy.
I never liked libertarians, to be honest with you. I never did. It's just weird. They're just weird to me.
Well,
you were an oddity when you were running for mayor in Fresno the last time around. You were an oddity because you said, "Yeah, I'm the libertarian candidate." I was like, well, I don't know how to tell them. Like, I just don't.
Well, what's the problems with libertarians to you? I would say.
They're just weird. They're odd. Seriously.
What political party doesn't have oddballs? You know what I'm saying?
No, we got none in our party. The Republicans. There's no oddballs in our party. Marjorie Taylor Greene, for example. You guys are just they're just all over the place. To be honest with you, they're like, well, we don't want government. we want limited government. Some don't even want the police. I'm like, whoa, settle down.
Right,
Settle down. You gotta have police.
You can have police, but police isn't a government agency. It's a public service, so it can be a free market type of
Well, what about a health department?
Same difference.
So I mean, would you be okay with the health department? I don't know if I'm okay with the health department anymore after what they did with
Exactly.
COVID.
Yeah,
That's
if
something just
anything,
weird.
They need to be disbanded, which is what I'd be focused.
But see, that's just
more
weird.
so on.
It's kind of inconsistent because you're like, well, you just whatever public's. You're not anymore because you're seeing the lights. You're not libertarian anymore. But when you were a libertarian, it's
well,
just
I'm
like,
still focusing on the small government, which is why I'm planning on downsizing government significantly, getting rid of a lot of these, government agencies that are.
Which ones would you get rid of?
Wasteful spending.
DMV.
DMV.
You get rid of the DMV?
I get rid of the DMV and privatize it to where.
Oh, okay. So privatize.
Yeah.
All right.
If you want to go and get,
What if I don't want to get a driver's license?
That's your.
What
choice.
if I don't want to pay my tags?
You won't need to.
But why wouldn't we need to pay our tags?
Why would you want to right now?
I agree. I don't want to.
Exactly. You've been paying your tags during this whole pandemic for what? A lot of people, they were even grounded by saying stay home. So for 4 or 6 months, they had to go through this lag period. I myself, I had a car that's sitting in my driveway, and I had to pay tags on it.
It's unfair.
Exactly. It's extremely unfair. So if anything, let's make it voluntary, and you can choose to do so if you like.
But who would choose to pay tags?
You have some people out there that want to make sure that their vehicle is secure. Same type of people that want to do the same thing with their gun if they choose to do so and register it. Or any other type of property.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's looked at, is you being in possession of property that you own. So what role does the government have in dictating that? So I am supportive of, again, minimizing our government, getting rid of the EDD. They've, of course, proven that they failed. And just turn over that, disbursement of funds on the local level. So
do that. So you're more for private, make everything more private and local. So give local government more control.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have our city treasurer here, our county treasurer, or whatever the case may be. They're handling funds right now to people that are receiving aid for rent assistance or utility assistance right now. That isn't being handled through the EDD. So apparently they're capable of doing such. So why not let them handle any type of stimulus payments, etc.?